Good day and welcome to the first presentation of the EasySAM, an Introduction to ITIL Software Asset Management web series. I am May Turnbull, Head of SAM Services at EasySAM. For those of you that don't know, EasySAM are an independent SAM consultancy with collectively over 40 years of SAM experience. We are passionate about supporting the SAM community, and as a result, this year we'll be running some training directly aligned with ITIL standards to help you on your SAM journey. Let's start by having a look at what software asset management really is. Software asset management, otherwise known as SAM, is a business practice that involves managing and optimizing the purchase, deployment, maintenance, utilization, and disposal of software assets within the organization. Intended to be part of the company's IT business program. So yes, software is an asset, just like a car or a piece of hardware, and yes, they are valuable. Now let's have a look at ITIL. ITIL stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library and is the best known and most widely used best practice frameworks for ITSM. So like it or not, SAM is just as important as HAM when it comes to service management. And SAM actually addresses management needs in IT that are closely linked to ITSM. Without it, IT service management cannot successfully function. In fact, software asset management knits so many different areas of the business together that ITIL actually defines SAM as all of the infrastructure and processes necessary for the effective management, control, and protection of software assets within an organization throughout all stages of their life cycle. Software doesn't always get acknowledged as an asset alongside its more tangible peers. However, it's worth remembering that an asset is in fact anything tangible or intangible that can be owned or controlled to produce value and is held by a company to produce positive economic value. It's worth noting, though, that software licenses aren't actually owned by the company, but rather they are indicative of a legal agreement between the software owner and the company pertaining to the use and distribution of their software. So, what are the end goals in software asset management? Well, reducing IT costs is usually top of the wish list, and organizations can expect to see at least 15% savings on-prem and up to 40% savings on hosted platforms upon the introduction of a well-oiled SAM program. Here's another important one. Limited risk is right up there with keeping the company in the green. In fact, legal implications of non-compliancy aren't always communicated. UK legislation protects intellectual property rights, which include software, and the breach of these rights could result in anything from the confiscation of assets to up to 10 years in jail, and includes unlimited fines. A hidden benefit of SAM is standardization. Standardization of your software applications, versions, and editions in fact maximize IT responsiveness and end-user productivity. And how do they do this? By cutting down on things like IT and end-user training, and as a result saving time and money, providing support, and managing these software environments. We've already spoken about business risk. Now let's talk about security. Unmanaged software assets represents a quite serious security risk to the business posed by pirated and end-of-life software being deployed. So how do you stay on top of this? So firstly, you'll need to do constant reviews of your software estate to ensure that the software is being patched and upgrades applied where needed. But you'll also have to run alongside this some strict IT procedures and install restrictions to avoid unauthorized software deployments. Best practice would be to not allow end users to install anything themselves. I guess the next goal could actually fall alongside the reduce business risk, as poor software asset management can often be a red flag when it comes to your potential to be audited by a software manufacturer. So big fat red flags like not placing the necessary orders after a company acquisition, not renewing your software assurance on key products, reducing long-standing commitments, but also something that we see less and less of, but still a component to be considered, is the demonstration of lack of knowledge about your entitlements. Here comes the silver lining of SAM, optimization. Now, optimization is linked quite closely with reducing IT costs, but it also refers to current licensing benefits. Benefits that come with your agreement type, but also alongside things like your software assurance or maintenance commitments. So what are some of the common benefits that we see? So things like training vouchers, technical support, virtualization rights, disaster or failover rights, etc., and obviously software manufacturer specific. So all of these goals that we've chatted about today can be used towards your business case to get board level or management buy-in for your company SAM program. And let me remind you that senior management sponsorship is really crucial for your SAM projects to succeed. I hope you enjoyed today's training, and it will be great to see you on the next one. For details on the upcoming webinars, you can visit www.easysam.co.uk events for you to register your interest. In the interim, if you are wanting to have a conversation with us, perhaps around putting together that business case for your organisation, you can get hold of us on the contact details on your screen.